And that breaking news is in Lake County tonight, where a fast-moving wildfire has more than doubled in 24 hours, forcing thousands to evacuate. And tonight, the sheriff in Lake County is calling the Pawnee fire unprecedented. Good evening, I'm Eric Thomas.
And I'm Dion Lim. Lake County Sheriff Brian Martin says flames are spreading at an alarming rate for so early in the summer.
The Pawnee fire is burning near Clear Lake Oaks. Sky 7 flew overhead late this afternoon. The 3,000 residents in the Spring Valley community have been advised to leave. The fire, as we said, is more than doubled in size and now is up to 7,700 acres burned, 0% contained. CAL FIRE says so far 12 structures have been destroyed and 600 more homes are threatened.
Joining us now by phone, CAL FIRE Captain Jordan MOTTA. And Captain, we have to ask you, because the speeds of the wind are expected to decrease, this is still going to pose a problem for firefighters.
Absolutely. It's still a very dynamic situation. We're dealing with brush in the fire area that's very dry, and the fire is spreading at an alarming rate, especially with those winds that we saw this afternoon.
Now, is it burning towards structures? Is that part of the problem here?
The fire is burning in a pretty remote area. There are structures within the area of the fire. We do have crews in place providing structure defense at numerous homes. There's about 600 homes or structures, actually, that we're considering threatened at this point.
Captain, let's talk about those who have been evacuated. Do you have any indication when they will be able to return back to their homes?
It's our goal to get people back into their homes as fast as possible and as soon as it's safe. We're taking direct fire attack approach on this fire. What we're doing is attacking the fire directly on the fire's edge, trying to contain it as quickly as possible to restore normalcy and get people back into their homes as soon as possible.
So you're going to have dozers out there trying to establish lines and hand crews out there as well?
Exactly. Throughout the night, we're going to have bulldozers building containment lines and hand crews working in the terrain. At night, we're expecting to see the fire activity somewhat decrease a little bit, which really allows us to get close to the fire's edge and build good containment line close to the fire's edge to hopefully stop the spread of the fire.
You know, something so interesting is this fire has broken out so early in the season. Captain, tell us what this means for the rest of the summer. Does this set some sort of precedent?
Well, what this does is it's just a reminder for the public really to be ready for wildfire, and it's what we expect. It happens every summer in California. Over the last several weeks, we've seen several new fires start across the state of California. We've already burned, or we had more new fires start so far this year as we did last year to the same point. So to say that, you know, this is going to be a worse fire season than last fire season, it's really still up in the air, but we are getting the resources we need, and crews are still coming in through the night. So we're going to work to contain this one before we move on to the next.
All right, CAL FIRE Captain Jordan MOTTA with the information from that fire burning in Lake County. Thank you so much for joining us, and safety to you and your crews out there.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to ABC 7 News reporter Leslie Brinkley, who went to an evacuation center and found at least one woman who says her home went up in flames.
The Pawnee fire is growing rapidly.
It's yet another year of fire, disastrous fire that we're having here in Lake County.
Fueled by erratic winds, low humidity, and the heat.
It's demonstrating some activity that is unusual. Typically at night, the fires will settle down. Last night, the fire did not settle down. It increased in size and it grew over 1,000 acres during the evening.
The entire Spring Valley community is threatened north of Highway 20 and east of Old Long Valley Road in Lake County. A new expanded evacuation alert this afternoon was followed by another, asking people to immediately reduce their water usage to conserve water for firefighters, hundreds of them, attacking this blaze by air and on the ground.
I said, well, if you're not going to protect my house, I'm going to protect my house.
TRACY GATLIN watched her house on Cache Creek Road burn down after she claims her urgent pleas for help were ignored.
For 2.5 hours, there were 10 CAL FIRE or some sort of fire, I don't know if it was only CAL FIRE, but some sort of vehicles on our road that could have been doing something. And I was rolling propane tanks down the hill. I was moving my cars. I had jets. I was doing everything I could, and I just needed help, and no one would help me.
A Red Cross shelter at Lower Lake High School became a refuge for this family who escaped with only the clothes on their back and their beloved cat, Penny.
We've been through this 4 times, and this was the first time I really felt like we were in danger because the fire was just on the hill, just over from us. Like maybe this is the time we lose our house.
Theirs was spared. 600 other structures are now threatened.